everyone, you're watching Explore to Shine with Anu. Hope you all are doing well. This video will brief you about computer fundamentals. Before proceeding to this video, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and also hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload a new video. So now let's quickly dive into this video. Computer Fundamentals, first session. The topics discussed in this session are definition of computer, hardware, software and firmware, application of computers, advantages of computer, disadvantages of computer, history of computer and generation of computers. So let us start with the definition of computer. So how do you define computer? We can say computer is an electronic data processing machine. What is the meaning of electronic? We know the devices which is run by electric power, we say it is electronic. Computer also needs electricity for working. That's why we say it is electronic. So next term is data. The raw fact given to the computer is called as data. And next term is processing. So processing is nothing but doing an operation. Manipulation of the data is called as processing. So data processing as a whole, it takes the data from the user, which is called as input, performs the operation, which is called as processing, and displays the processed data, which is called as output. So data processing as a whole, it takes the data from the user, performs an operation, and gives out the result. So next term is we say it is machine. We know machine is a device which is used to perform a particular task in easier and efficient manner. So now I think you're clear with the definition of computer. We can say computer is an electronic data processing machine. We say it is electronic because it works with the help of electricity. Data processing, that is the most important term in the definition of computer, because it takes the data and instruction from the user, performs the operation and gives out the result. And machine, because it's a device which is used for performing a task in easy and efficient manner. Now let us see about the most commonly used term, hardware. So what is hardware? The physical components of the computer are called hardware. So coming for physical. So what is physical? So anything that can be seen and touched, you say it is physical, and components is nothing but the parts of computer. So the parts of computer that can be seen and touched are called as hardware. So example, you can say the CPU, monitor, keyboard, mouse, hard disk, printer. So all these are nothing but hardware. So any part of computer is called as a hardware. So next coming for the other term, software. What is software? The collection of programs to perform specific tasks are called as software. So what is program? Program is nothing but set of instructions which is being given to the computer in order to do any kind of task. So example for software, you can say it is Windows, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Access, Tally, Moody. All these are examples of software. The next term is firmware. So software stored in memory chip or any piece of hardware is called as firmware. Such software is in hardware, so it is difficult to call it as software or hardware. So hence it is called as firmware. So firmware is found in ROM, computer motherboard to hold hardware settings and booting data. I think now you're clear with the term called firmware. So what are firmware? So these are the software that is being present in memory chip or any hardware is called as firmware. Applications of computers. So you know very well computers are widely used in almost all the places. So firstly coming for business, High speed of calculation, diligence, accuracy, versatility has made computer as an integrated part in all business organization, and it is used for managing employee database, payroll calculation, budgeting, sales analysis, financial forecasting, maintenance of stock. So next we have banking. So bank's online accounting facility will help us to know the current balances, deposit, overdrafts, interest charges, shares and trustee records. And ATM machines are making it even easier for us to deal with banks. So next is insurance companies. Insurance companies are used for maintaining database of all clients with information showing how to continue with policy, starting date of policies, next due installment of a policy, maturity date, survival benefits, bonus. For all these purposes, insurance companies use computers. Next application is in education. So in education, it is used to prepare a database of students and to record their performance. Computers are used there. And the use of computer provides a tool in education system which is called as CBE, computer-based education. Now, computer education is very familiar and rapidly increasing the graph of computer students. There are a number of methods in which educational institute can use computer to educate the students. Marketing. Coming for advertisement. With computers, advertising professionals create art and graphics, print the ads with the goal of selling more products. Next, coming for home shopping. This has made it possible for ordering products or service through computerized catalog that provide access to product information. Healthcare. So computers are used in hospital to keep track of patients and medicines. Diagnostic system. Computers are used to collect data and identify the cause of illness. Then lab diagnostic system. All tests can be done and reports are prepared by computers. Patient monitoring system to check patients' signs for abnormality like cardiac arrest, ECG scanning. Then in pharma information system, computer checks drug labels, expiry dates, harmful drug side effects, etc. Nowadays, it is also used for performing surgery. So next is engineering design. Computers are widely used in engineering purpose. One of the major areas is CAD, computer aided design, which provides creation, addition and modification of imaging. Some fields you can say the structural engineering, which is used for designing the ships, buildings and aeroplanes. Next comes the industrial engineering, designing, implementing and improving the materials. Architectural engineering, they also help in planning towns and buildings. The next application is in military. Computers are widely used or largely used in defense. Some of military areas are missile control, military communication, military operation and planning, and smart weapons. So communication, some areas in this category are email, chatting, video conferencing. Government applications, the government use for emailing, budgets, sales tax department, income tax department, male-female ratio, computerized of voters list, computerization of driving license system, and you have computerization of PAN cards, weather forecasting. So all these are the areas where computers are being used. So next, coming to the advantages of computers. So firstly, computers are very fast, that is speed. Computers work at a very high speed. Accuracy, performs the given task without any error. Large storage capacity, computers can store a large amount of information using external storage units like hard disk and CD. And this information can be retrieved by the user at any time. So next advantage, we can say it is diligence. So computers can work over long periods of time without getting tired. Communication and security. We can communicate and protect our documents from other user by storing it in more secure way. Versatility. Computers are used to handle various types of work. In every field of life, we are becoming more and more dependent on computers. So all these are some of the advantages of computer. So speed, accuracy, large storage capacity, diligence, communication and security, and versatility. So next, coming for disadvantages of computers, it cannot think or do anything on its own is one of the disadvantages of computer, and it cannot work without electricity. It does not learn from experience, and it creates unemployment. Working in computers for a long time leads to headache and strains your eyes. And data security has to be provided as unauthorized person can access the data stored on the computer through network. Computer manufacturing processes and computer waste are polluting the environment. So all these are disadvantages of computers. So next thing, the history of computer. The earlier calculator was human hand and fingers. When quantities larger than fingers needed counting, various natural items like pebbles and twigs were used. Later, simple device called abacus was developed in 2000 BC. Abacus is the first calculating device invented to do simple addition and subtraction. In 1642, a French mathematician, Blaise Pascal, invented a mechanical calculator called Pascaline, which can do addition and subtraction. And in 1671, Leibniz calculator was developed, which could not only add and subtract, but it could also multiply and divide. In 1804, Joseph Jacquard, a French weaver, devised a loom that used punch cards to direct the weaving pattern. This was the first known device to use instructions on cards to program the operation of a machine. In 1833, Charles Babbage devised a machine which is called as analytical engine, which could be programmed by instructions coded initially on punch cards and then stored internally. He is also referred as father of computer because the device he invented has all the necessary parts of today's computer. He is the first person to give necessary components for computer and also the shape of the computer. First generation of computers, it is from 1945 to 1955. First generation of computers were built using vacuum tubes. And the first ever electronic computer was built in the year 1946 and it was named as ENIAC, which means Electronic Numerical Integrator and Calculator. And some examples of this first generation of computers are ENIAC, UNIVAC, EDSAC, IBM 701, IBM 704, and IBM 709. So this first generation of computers occupied a lot of space, usually the entire room, and it used to produce lot of heat. And here this processing speed was very slow during the first generation of computers. Second generation of computers, it was from 1955 to 64. Second generation of computers use transistors for CPU components. So example, you can say IBM 1401, IBM 1620 and IBM 7090. It is almost an almirah size and heat produced was less when compared to first generation of computers, and they were also faster than the first generation of computers. So coming to the third generation of computers, 1964 to 75, they are called as third generation, and here instead of transistors, they used ICs. So what is IC? It is nothing but integrated circuits. Here also, a 12 to 13 transistors were built on a small semiconductor material. So that is called as IC. So third generation of computers are built using ICs. With this IC, it became possible to build small as well as fast computers. Example, IBM 360, IBM 370 series, CDC 7600, PDP 11, CDC Cyber 175 and Star 100. They were almost the size of office table. Heat produced was less than the second generation of computers and they were faster than the second generation of computers. Fourth generation of computers, it was from 1975 to 2000. The fourth generation of computers use VLSIC, very large scale integrated circuit technology. Here, millions of transistors will be fabricated on a small semiconductor material and they were also known as microprocessor. All modern day computers fall under this class. Example, all the personal computers. And they are in TV size, no heat was generated and they are faster than the third generation of computers. So fifth generation of computers, 2000 till now, we are in the fifth generation of computers and these computers use ultra large scale integrated circuit technology which contains 10 millions of components in a microprocessor chip. They are based on artificial intelligence and they do not produce heat and they are very fast. Example, desktop, laptop, notebook, ultrabook, robots, all are under fifth generation of computers. That's all for today's session. Thank you for watching this video. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up and make sure you share it with your friends. See you in my next video. Until then, take care and keep smiling.